Good morning, YouTube. It's Lisa, and I just got back from the dog park, so I'm still wearing my winter gear, but you really don't want to see me take it off because it would be really scary with my naturally curly hair. Anyway, I have been filming my food for the past couple days, especially since I have changed from just bright line eating and being a vegetarian to bright line eating, vegetarian, completely plant-based. So I no longer eat sugar, flour, or meat, and I also don't eat any sort of dairy, no cheese, no yogurt, no milk, no anything like that, or anything that has those items in it. So I thought you guys might find it interesting to see what I've been eating over the past couple days. It's definitely been a bit of a work in progress, so here we go. So this is my breakfast for today, right next to the baby food pouch lid. I have a banana and a couple pieces of kiwi and a slice of apple and some clementines and some blueberries. I used to only have banana, but I'm trying to get some of the antioxidant health properties up a little bit and also change it up a little bit. So that is why I put the other fruits. Since I already had it sliced up for my kids, I just added a little bit to my plate. I also sprinkled cinnamon on it for the first time. I have been reading that book, How Not to Die, and they talk about like even a half a teaspoon of cinnamon has a ton of antioxidant properties. So cinnamon's good and it's good with fruit, so I figured why not. And then I have an ounce of my Triscuits. I cannot seem to get away from cracked pepper. That is my favorite flavor. The balsamic vinegar one, and what is it, basil and balsamic vinegar, that's actually my favorite, but after eating it for 2 weeks thinking it was amazing, I realized it had sugar in it. And then I have 2 ounces of nut butter, which is not actually my favorite breakfast choice because it's high in fat and it kind of starts me off with a lot of calories. But I think that hummus might be a little bit of a trigger food for me. So as far as like just seeming like it's not enough, like 2 ounces of hummus seems like it's not enough for me. And so I'm trying to get away from the hummus a little bit until I figure that out. I also do some veggie burger alternatives sometimes. So for now, that's what I'm doing. So I'm having a very similar lunch to my kids. So I have a little bit of a different veggie burger. Mine is actually comprised a lot more vegetables. They are not quite ready for that. And I put onions and tomatoes on it. Doesn't it look like it's from a restaurant? The reason that I have these, I weighed out exactly 4 ounces, and that's why I have these 2 little oddball pieces over there. And I have some carrots and some celery and some of the veggie mix that I made for my kids. And I'm actually thinking I might put some of the cucumbers on top of the veggie burger and put a little mustard on the side. And then over here I have my 6 ounces of fruit, which is about 3 ounces of banana and 3 ounces of blueberry. Honestly, it's 3.1 ounces of banana, and because that's exactly what that little banana weighed, and then it's 2.9 ounces of blueberries. But I just threw it all in there till it was about 6 ounces, but it looks delicious. So tonight I'm having almost the same thing as my kids, but I didn't put mine on a pizza crust. So it's the stir-fried vegetables. I stir-fry them in water with no oil, and then I put these on a bed of spinach, so that the spinach, so I would have some vegetables that were cooked and some vegetables that were more like a salad on the bottom. So, and then I put 4 ounces of hummus on top. That may or may not be an interesting combination. I just realized I was miscounting my hummus and only doing 2 ounces, and that's possibly why I was always feeling like that wasn't enough. So I re-looked at the Bright Line Eating guides, and I can get and I can do 4 ounces. So we'll see if that makes it less of an issue for me. So I'm gonna do I'm gonna do the 4 ounces, and I know it's not pizza-like, but I think it'll be really good together because originally I was going to put do a hummus sauce for my kids and just put the vegetables on top, but one of my kids was like, no way. So I decided to put the hummus on mine for my protein, and I'm not using any oil. There's oil already in hummus, and I just have I have nowhere to really put it, so I'm just skipping the oil for tonight.
Here is my breakfast. It's probably very similar to what you've seen before. It is 2 ounces of soy nut butter and an ounce of Triscuits and 6 ounces of fruit. And that all comes to, my scale went off, but it all comes to 9 ounces. But I always weigh my fruit because I feel like I cannot be trusted to decide whether the piece of fruit is small or large. And I also feel like it helps me to have more variety. So I can have a banana and some blueberries, or some oranges and some peaches, or whatever. So it gives me a lot of different fruits through the day, and consequently a lot of different phytochemicals and antioxidants and things like that. And I also apologize for my voice. I seem to have gotten a little bit of laryngitis, and I don't really know why. Anyway, one of the most important things I have with every meal is my beautiful pink bottle of water. And I usually have a bottle of water before I even start making breakfast. And then I drink a full bottle of water with breakfast.
Okay, today for lunch, my lunch looks a little sparse because I already ate my banana trying to settle my stomach. I feel like maybe our stomach bug is coming on a little bit. And so I basically just ate my banana. I'm not doing any vegetables. And I'm going to see how I feel if I take a bite of my 4 ounces of Veggie Burger. So I might have to start subbing in my grape juice again, because the grape juice and charcoal seemed to work really well last time. This is my dinner tonight. I mentioned in my lunch video that my stomach was bothering me. So I am doing the very not Brightline eating friendly, but has really helped me with stomach bugs going around. Purple grape juice with a little bit of apple cider vinegar in it, and a banana, and some activated charcoal. So that will be my dinner. I'm feeling better since today, but I'm definitely not pushing it. So that's what's for dinner.
For breakfast this morning, I am having a veggie burger, which seems a little odd, I know, for breakfast, but I feel like the sausage patties, the little vegetarian sausage patties, have they add up. The 4 ounces actually comes to a lot of calories. And if I do 2 ounces, then throughout the rest of the day, I start obsessing about, well, I only had 2 ounces. Maybe I should give myself another treat. And then I have 1 ounce of Triscuits, because that's what I do. And then I have 6 ounces, and that was the last thing I weighed. Oh, it's flashing back and forth. It was on 6. There we go. I have 6 ounces of fruit. I have my staple banana. I always do a banana because it's sweet, it's a treat, it's easy, and it's also very inexpensive. And then it makes some of the other stuff that is more expensive go further. And then I have my blueberries. I am not a super huge fan of blueberries, but I know that they're so good for you, and they are great for anti-aging and anti-cancer, and pretty much if you look up a fruit that has great superpowers, it would be blueberries. So I'm trying to eat more blueberries, and then because of the antioxidant properties, and because I'm not a huge fan of blueberries, I have actually sprinkled them with cinnamon. And that's what I'm having for breakfast.
So this is my lunch for today, and I have leftover Brussels sprouts and leftover vegetables, and then I have 4 ounces of Veggie Burger, and I have 6 ounces of kind of a fruit salad. We're out of blueberries, so I actually have oranges and bananas in there. So tonight for dinner, I'm having leftover Brussels sprouts, leftover vegetable medley, and several right here. Those are just raw baby carrots. And then I also have 2 ounces of hummus and a 2 ounce Veggie Burger that's homemade. And I didn't use an oil. I'm trying to kind of get away from oils now that I've been reading about them being like super unhealthy and cancer causing and all that. So I'm just kind of trying to really lay low on the oil. So it's pretty much an oil-free meal, but it's got the 4 ounces of protein and the 14 ounces of veggies with a mix of raw and cooked.
I hope you enjoyed the video. I will try to get better at filming. I noticed sometimes it turns out a little sideways and things like that, but I will get better at that. I would love to hear what you are eating on your Brightline plan. I would love for it to inspire others, to inspire me. I don't care if it's plant-based, vegetarian, or has meat or poultry or anything in it. It's all a personal decision. It's all a personal journey, but I would love to hear what some of your favorite meals are. Anyway, I hope you guys are having great luck on your Brightline journey, and I will talk to you soon.